All right. So today I just want to talk about. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up some trades that I was in today. Go ahead and talk about maybe why I was in those. Right. Reason why I was in this is look how much it fell. It fell like 50% before I even started trying to think about getting it. Could have been in it for a lot bigger of a gain, obviously. This is called a scalp. So I was just in right there and sold out right there. Like I said, it could have been much better. I just wanted to get out though. Um, so risk could have been down here. Not really ideal. Kind of a risky trade. What I probably should have done is waited for it to make this move, get in somewhere right here, and then capture that risk off that red candle right there. That would have been a better entry. But that's just kind of what I want to talk about. Is I want to go over my trades and kind of see how I could have done it better. I'll obviously review this for myself later, but you can see right here. I mean, I sold for like 19% when I could have had like 72%. I mean, could have been a hell of a lot better of a day. um, Not guaranteed that the stock's going to rip up when this happens, but you can always look for it. And what you can do is like once you start to see, okay, this is pretty hefty. You got a lot of these. Once it starts to break above this level right there, shorts are kind of getting trapped a little bit, and it just starts to kind of turn more a little short-term bullish. By bullish, I don't mean bullshit. So here's another one. I ended up, I think, losing money on this trade. I mean, this is kind of just like a botch trade right here. Over trading is the only reason why over trading is the reason I didn't make any real good money on this one. What I should have done is go to 1 minute to break this down a little bit more for you guys. What I should have done, honestly, is wait for that dip. Saw it start to come back up right here. Took an entry right around here. Risked off there. It's easier said than done that way. Taking it here and risking here, though. Yeah. I would like to have taken it somewhere in there. Obviously, hindsight's always 20/20. This is what you call a dip and rip, though. So as you can see, actually, yeah, I would still consider this a dip and rip, but this is almost what they call launch pad these days. But as you can see, it has some movement here in pre-market, right? There's some decent little volume and nice little moves, right? So day one dip and rip. This means that first day that it really got any traction, you're gonna wait for a first pullback. Profit takers, liquidity sweep, whatever the case may be, you're gonna want to wait for it to come back up to show that it has a sign of strength in the bull trend. So it's going to be this, and especially that. Would have been nicer to catch it in somewhere in here, but to catch it here, yeah, you want to try to catch it closer to here so you can risk off of there. So you're going to want to wait for bam, bam. You start seeing volume pop in. Go ahead and hop in there, unless it's already up here. Then you might wait for the pullback again. It just kind of all depends and everything, but ideally you want to be in right around here, risk off here. We'll go to let's go to a 5 minute and see if we can kind of duplicate that on a 5 minute too, because a lot of times 5 minutes is where it's at. Yep, so you're going to be basically, boom, it starts to come up. You're going to want to get in, risk off there. Yeah. Also, another good telltale is once it starts breaking above right there. Kind of ignore the wicks, just the bodies. Once it starts to break above that, you kind of got yourself a little bullish trade there. Let's go ahead and look at my next trade. This is today's hot mover. As you can see, it's the day one. Day one dip and rip. It dipped pretty hard though. I mean, like, it was. Let's see, it was up about 100%, and it dipped 29%. It's not bad. So I mean, I got in here, and I think I might have even lost money a little bit right there, but I started scalping it at the top here. Not ideal. Obviously, ideally, we're going to put the VWAP up here too to show you another good frame of reference that everyone likes to use. Almost every trader uses that purple line. It's called the VWAP, volume weighted average price, and the thesis basically is if the price is above that purple line, the buyers are in control. And as you can see, as it started to perk up, the buyers most certainly were in control. Excuse me. There's another dip and rip though. So with that one, I mean, you could have even ignored that. Set an alert somewhere right in here as it's about ready to start cracking through that previous pre-market high. Anytime it breaks a high a day, previous in time, it's going to be kind of like a point of to look at. So, all right. So you see my trades. I showed you what a dip and rip is. An afternoon VWAP hold just means, let me show you an afternoon VWAP hold here. 12, yeah, I mean, this would, yeah. Afternoon VWAP hold. Perfect one is this one right here, right? So let's say that we're looking for trades for the afternoon, right? So you missed out on this, or maybe you've already made a little bit of money on it. So you go below this VWAP line, you see it curl back up, pops, drops, but it holds above VWAP. That's a go trade. So you could have made it awesome. I mean, you can go bam, bam. It starts to make that up again. Get in right there. Risk off that. Nice tight stop. You could have made an easy 30% off that. So afternoon VWAP holds. We'll get into more technical things too. Like I got scanners and all that kind of good stuff. And I have another video that kind of goes through a scanner and everything. But I also wanted to show you kind of what else did I want to show you? This thing's pretty cool actually. So actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and run through a scan with you guys, just so I can show you. So if yours looks like it doesn't have anything that says all of the following right there, just go ahead and put add all of the following, add condition group, add all of the following. And then this is going to be to scan for stock. So like when you're seeing that, like I have these stocks up here and everything, I'll find those by using the scanner. And so how to create a scanner, what you'll do is you'll go to add filter. After you add condition group, you want all of the following. Add filter, go to stock. First thing we'll want to do is the last price. It's going to be anywhere between 0.025. I like the penny stocks. And we'll do $5. And then we're going to go ahead and add the volume. Next thing you're going to want is volume. It's going to have to be 1 million or more shares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 for 1 million. Oh, one too many zeros in there. All right, now we're going to go with the float, and this they call it the shares. So you're going to have that. So just as simple as that. You got your price of the stock, you got your volume, and you got your shares. Another thing that you can do that's pretty useful, obviously, is do the percent change. And so let's say that you want it at, like, 10%, something like that. For now, I don't really want to be able to look at all these. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and go to 15 so you can look at a little bit more. I'm going to use my other window just to drag this away, and I'll pull the stocks off of here. So this thing right here, I use this, the blue and the red. That's kind of just like my custom code that just puts, instead of the percent change being from the yesterday's close price, it's going to be from the open, which is way useful in day trading because it's you don't really want to look at stocks that are falling after the opening price. You only want to look at stocks that are up past the opening price. So as you can see, RIDE, I'll pull out RIDE up first. I'll do this in order. So I got RIDE, PALT, ARVL, TOVX, CISS, and Works. We'll go ahead and start with those. We'll go ahead and pull up a big fat bob screw on there, and then we're gonna go ahead and look at RIDE first. RIDE has 22 million volume that it traded today, and 16 million float. Had that big drop, about a 50% drop, and then that slow grind for the day. An awesome 63% easily. Not easily, but you get the gist. So you can even look at news to see maybe why this popped. Files bankruptcy. So filed bankruptcy, dropped, popped up to nearly where it was. I mean, I suspect this keeps going down. There's no real telling why. Maybe it came back up or whatever. But that one. And so what I kind of do now is look at the stocks that gained for the day. Now I have multiple scanners that I like to use for that. And I mean, I can show you those too, but the idea of it is to kind of get you familiar with. So yeah, ACIU is definitely one that's probably going to go on the list, right? Had a pretty good day. I mean, it popped a good, 40-something%. Record. Kind of pull up the news on here too and see what's going on with this FDA fast track. So a lot of FDA approvals have been going on, and this one really liked it. Yeah, I don't really think this necessarily needs to go on the list, but it will just because it's a decent day today. Another thing too, to take it into consideration on these is like, look how many shorts, if there were shorts piled into this, look how many are trapped right now. Last 180 days. I mean, there's got to be shorts somewhere in there, right? And they're pretty much trapped. I mean, it could even get worse for them. Let's go back out to shit, breaks that, or something like that. Could be off to the races, you know what I mean? But it's not like that's, I wouldn't say that's, I mean, that obviously is a low probability, chance and everything. But so, let's go ahead and look at another one of my scanners, because this scanner was not the greatest that I just made here. So I have one right here that does the 10% gainers for the day. Got a $35 range, $1.35. Go ahead and put 1.025 just in case any penny stocks in there. But I mean, what I like to do is filter with my little custom guy right here, which wonder how I show you. So a lot of times you'll sort by volume too. So this is just like sorting through stocks. I'm gonna sort through the volume, right? So I got the 25 or 0.025 cents, $35 volume, just less than a million. We'll sort by volume. Holy shit, yeah, we'll go ahead and put that to 50 million. So what you're basically looking for is anything that moves and looks like it's holding up. So this kind of move looks like it may be holding up. Don't necessarily think this should go on the list. I mean, maybe. Probably. And really, there's just not a whole lot going on in the market. This was a really good play for the day, but the dip routes and everything have been kind of failing. So pre-market is starting to be necessary to trade in, which is not good for new traders. So this one might go on there too, just because like as the afternoon, maybe there's going to be investors that forgot about it. So what I'll do, hey, we'll look at meds, right? We'll look at meds. Meds is kind of holding up, right? So it kind of goes on the list. Look for volume to increase or this to keep holding up. I got alert right there. So what you want to do is just kind of, and I'll be keeping an eye on BDTX. Say BDTX mover. Probably have a cool off day tomorrow. Potentially setting up. So a little bit of notes on there. You can even get more descriptive and do like there was like 188 million volume. And 36 float. I don't necessarily always do that, but I mean it can be good too. BDTX, BDRX. I don't see BDRX going anywhere. Another thing that you can use is FinViz. FinViz has a pretty good This fuck is not working. Got her. So I'll show you FinViz. It's a pretty good tool to use. And So this is what you can do, right? Whoa. With FinViz, it'll tell you some of the top rippers of the day. But another thing that I like to do is I like to go over here. We'll do price under 20 bucks. We'll do all the current volume over 1 million. Go to performance. Set it on. So you can kind of just sort through like this. Yeah, that's a good way to do it too, because then I'm just going to go through the list right here and put them on this, right? So we've got HELE. Let's go ahead and see what that did. HELE. I mean, you know what I mean? A little alert on that up here. I mean, you don't know what this is going to do. AHI. Let's go ahead and see what AHI did. And I mean, this is just a good way to see another one where you can like kind of like set one up here because it'll make a bigger move at that point. FNGR. It looks like FNGR had a pullback. FNGR. So yeah, a nice ripper with a pullback. You know, nothing too crazy on this one. But maybe it deserves to be watched. You know, ACIE. Look at this one. PALT. Oh, so I mean, like, that's another one that could probably go in there. So I mean, this thing is useful. All these bad boys right here. And I mean, you can sort it to even a little bit. Let's say you want more than 1 million. You know what I mean? Let's say you wanted pretty liquid and volatile over 5 million. You know what I mean? Mara. Oh yeah. So Mara kind of moves with Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and see what Bitcoin price is, right? Bitcoin price 30,000, still 30. I mean, so it's just those little things. You know what I mean? Another quick tools depends. Maybe there's some other investors. I mean, not investors, but traders in here that are a little bit more advanced. This is dilutiontracker.com. It's awesome. You got floatchecker.com. It's awesome. And you got stock split history. All awesome. So BDRX. One split. You know, it tells when it's split. You know what I mean? You got oops. Calm down. BDRX. So tomorrow it'll actually have those and everything. Weird. Oh, BDRX. It's got a bunch. Yeah, this is not going to dilute. Silent, they're not going to dilute. Got 12.8 months. They don't have a lot of history of dilution. Last time they diluted or whatever, it looks like it was warrants, which isn't as bad as the other fucking real dilution. Anyway, those are some quick tips, and that's basically what I wanted to share today.